What's going on, everyone? Talon here, and welcome to another character rank up video. Alright, so we're going to be ranking up America Chavez today, and look at her at level 1. I've never really noticed how low the stats are. Physical attack, 45. Physical defense, 21. Energy defense, 14. And HP, 112. Woo! But anyway, let's go ahead and rank her up here. So, I have, as you can see, almost enough bios to do her naturally, but I have so many of those rank 5 tickets that we're going to be using one of those today to fill in the gap. Where we at? Here's rank 4, and then we are going to be using a ticket here because look at all those rank 5 tickets, man. They just keep adding up because that's all they ever give us for the update compensations. So there we go, do that. And finally, let's go ahead and get her to 6 stars. Okay. So there we go, got her ranked up to 6 stars. We'll do a little bit of her mastery here, because mastery is pretty interesting. So it's all attack and dodge, so that's actually pretty good. I do like that mastery. I'm curious to see what it actually goes all the way up to. So let's go ahead and do some more here. I'm going to be using up all of my Nordstones of Strength. Oh yeah, we still have that limited event going on, don't we, to rank up the characters. Anyway, what is it getting up to? So we're at 16%, so it looks like it's just going to go to 24%. And then what is the dodge going to be? 24%, and it looks like, I guess, just 6% for the dodge, so that's not too bad. And yep, we're out of the Nordstones of Strength right now, so that's where she's going to sit. Let's go ahead and take a look at her skills here. Alright, we have a stun there, that's nice. Immune to all damage for 3 seconds, that's also nice. On a 9-second cooldown, so we're going to be able to do that every 4.5 seconds, not too bad. Pretty lackluster passive here. 3% crit rate, ooh, don't go too crazy there, Netmarble. Nothing there, and alright, so a stun on her 5th skill as well. But it looks like you don't have to level up any of her skills to get any bonuses. She doesn't have any kind of self-buffs or boost from her skills, so I don't need to worry about that. But her Tier 2 passive I do like because you get super armor with her Tier 2, all defense, and then you get a little bit of increased skill damage and bonus damage, and then decrease physical damage received by 50%. So I do really like her Tier 2, so I'm definitely going to be getting her to Tier 2 as soon as I can. I'm just going to continue farming some more of her bios. We get 30 of them a day, and then I used my Shadowland selectors on her already to get the surplus of bios that I had here to rank her up. But it's good that she gets super armor on her Tier 2 here because based on the skills that she has, it really looks like she needs immune to guard break. Only her 5th skill is giving her kind of like an instant iframe. All the others, if they do have an iframe, is delayed, so it's not till well into the skill, and I believe the 4th and 1st skill also have iframes on them, I think. We'll check when we actually go ahead and try her out. But now let's go ahead and try to roll a Ice Weight set for her. So I'm going to want, of course, one of the attack-based ones. I want Overdrive or Power the Angry Hulk. So let's see how many times, or how many rolls it takes to get one. Oh, alright, well, that was quick. Alright, I'm very happy with that. So we're able to get that nice and quick. So we'll activate that in a second here. I am going to put an obelisk on her a little later after we try her out, but it looks like she's going to be a strong character for PvP against physical damage attackers, so probably you're going to want to go with a immune to damage obelisk, I would think, an invincibility obelisk, so I'm not 100% sure on that because you're probably going to want to be using her mainly against someone like Quicksilver. Thank you for the Dimension Rift. Or probably Wolverine as well. She might be a decent counter too, but I'm not sure if she can do enough damage to outdo a Wolverine's heal. And Wolverine can also get a Pierce anyway on his 4th skill, but then again, that's only a Pierce for just immune to damage, not to invincibility. So anyway, I'm probably going to personally put a damage proc on her because it looks like she would be fun as a damage dealer. But now, let's go ahead and cut back to when I get her to level 60, and then we'll take it from there. Alright, and we are back. So we got her up to level 60. I went ahead and activated her ice weight set here. And then I leveled up her gear with the remaining bios that we had, and we actually got her pretty far along, actually. I was a little surprised. So we got 1 gear to 20, then we got 17, 17, 18, and that was with about 130 bios I think I had left over around that area. So that's not too bad, because normally it takes me about 400 bios, I want to say, maybe, well, actually more like 450, 450 bios to go from 15s to 20s on the gears. Is generally what I found works out. And for the custom gear here, I actually found, or I saw 2 obelisks that I had that I think might go quite well on her. So we have this one here, so we have ignore defense and ignore dodge, and I like having that ignore dodge if I wanted to use her, or try to use her as a counter for Quicksilver, because it's definitely going to want that ignore dodge. And then she has that heal there, the 20% max HP recovery, to kind of help with her survivability. And then on the other side, we have down here another ignore dodge, but then some all defense with a damage proc. So to help out with her damage there, it gets a little bit tankier with that all defense, and we still have the ignore dodge. So I'm kind of thinking I want to put this one on her just because I really like damage procs, because I like going all damage on my characters. But then some other options I was debating, of course, is just this CTP here that I have just laying around from when I got Hulk's uniform maxed out, and I still haven't decided who I want to put this on. It'll give her max HP, which is nice, some recovery, and it has its own heal in it, and a guard against hits. And of course, if I re-roll this, I can try to get a little better than 10% for the max HP recovery. But I kind of see this actually being a pretty decent obelisk on her as well. And then I guess if you wanted to go really strong on her, and see, to still use her against maybe a team that has like a Quicksilver and a Luke Cage in it, because that's also good if you wanted to try to use a Wolverine as a counter to Quicksilver. You throw your Luke Cage in there, and it'll help to negate Wolverine being effective against that team. But if you throw this on her, you at least reduce that physical reflect that she would be taking, and then it has, of course, the invincibility on it as well, and the ignore dodge with also some all attack. So I can also see this being a pretty good obelisk on her, because again, I have yet to decide who I want to put this obelisk on. I'm really indecisive when it comes to these kind of rare obelisks, because I don't know when I'll get them again, so I feel like I need to pick the perfect character, and then I'll end up putting like, one of these on that character, and then this will end up just collecting dust here, and I'll like never put it on a character. So I need to just suck it up, put it on a character, be like, alright, it's going to be good on this character. I need to stop holding on to these things. But anyway, I'm probably not going to put an obelisk on it right now, so I'll be curious to kind of see what you guys think in the comment section below if you've already built her up. And, of course, if you have her at tier 2, so you don't have to worry about that guard break, if you found what obelisk kind of suits her best, I just want to see her damage output before I really decide here. So now let's go ahead and test her out. So we're going to go into World Boss here. So challenges, there's the World Boss. What do we have today? Supergiant, so that'll be fine. So let's go ahead and take her in here, and let's see what kind of team-up bonuses she has. Alright, so there she is. Alright, so we want some physical damage here. She has her own leadership, actually, so I guess we don't need a physical damage leadership. I do like having that ignore defense, but crit rate and crit damage is also nice. So let's just go with this one here. Actually, let's just use our own leadership, get that little bit of dodge. And so, after leveling up her gears a little bit, I have her at max skill cooldown right now. Excuse me. Max skill cooldown, and also her ignore defense is at 35 or 36%, so that is not maxed out. But anyway, let's go ahead and see what bonuses we all get here. So we have the all attack, the energy defense, ignore dodge, which is, I like that. We have a little bit of recovery here, movement speed, not too good, but crit rate and physical attack here as well, so I like these two team-up bonuses here. So we're going to go ahead and try this one out, and I'm not going to use any strikers because I kind of just want to see her damage by itself. I don't really want strikers coming in and kind of messing that up, because I want to decide what obelisk to put on her. Alright, so she doesn't have her tier 2 passive here, so if she gets guard broken, keep in mind that that usually won't happen if you have her at tier 2. So here's going to be the full Iframe skill, which is really nice. And then right here we have that iframe that's well into the skill. We can get a little bit of damage immunity right there from the third skill. And then we have partial iframes on the first skill, but they take a little bit of time to activate. Oh, actually, it starts off a little faster than I thought. Okay, no, she jumps into iframe pretty quickly on the first skill, so that's good. And let's see, her damage is a little bit low. It might just be because I only have that 20% damage leadership, so it probably would be a little bit higher than this normally. But I'm thinking, oh yeah, after seeing this, I'm pretty sure I'm going to put a damage proc on her. Yeah, so I like the idea of putting a damage proc on her. So her damage was kind of low there, I think. Let's see what Kate Bishop does here for her damage. Are you going to attack? Why is my fourth skill not working? Maybe her damage wasn't too low. It's about the same as Kate Bishop's, isn't it? Let's try this one more time here, actually. Don't want to make this video too long, but I decided I'm going to include my failed attempts here at the world boss because it's kind of where I gather some of the information on deciding what I want to do with the character. Normally I would just kind of cut out these beginning spots here when I do my character rank up, and I would just go to my run where I actually managed to kill the world boss after I have got used to the character's skill rotation and that kind of stuff. But I'm going to show you just kind of fresh right here. This is me using her literally for the first time, so I haven't figured out any kind of skill rotation or anything for her yet, but it looks like opening with the fifth skill is really nice. As soon as that ends, you can pop into the third skill for that damage immunity, and then you can actually pop right back into the fifth skill again. So that seems like that'll be the rotation. To keep her safe for most of the battle is 5. Right when 5 ends, do 3, and then jump into 1, and then jump back into 5. Yeah, it looks like that'll keep her safe pretty much the whole time, and since she doesn't have any skills that give her any buff effects, you don't really need to prioritize any of the other skills, it doesn't look like. Unless, let's see. Yeah, you could throw in the fourth skill. Looks like the fourth skill does some pretty decent damage as well. But yeah, there we go. So a lot more survivability here using that skill rotation. Alright, let's see what kind of damage does the second skill do. Not too much. Alright, let's hop into this one. We probably could have broke her shield if I didn't mess around with a different rotation there. And I really like her skill rotations. I love all the teleporting. I love the stars. Her skills look really cool. So I do like that. Ooh, we got a guard broken there. Like I said, that's not going to happen once you get her to tier 2, so you shouldn't have to worry about stuff like that. So she's looking really strong. I like her. Like I said, her damage is just a little low, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to put that damage proc, all defense, with ignore dodge on it. I'm pretty sure that's going to be my obelisk I give her personally, but of course if you want to use her mainly for PvP, invincibility would probably be the better option, or even a heal obelisk, since the main person you're going to be fighting is Quicksilver, and he's going to have Pierce, so the invincibility is not necessarily going to help too much, so having that heal would probably be more valuable. Yeah, this is taking a little while. But anyway, I'm not getting tired of watching her skills. They look really cool. Hey, don't guard break me in the middle of my skill. And it looks like the teleporting on the 5th skill is ever so slightly, she pops out of the invincibility there from the iframe, because we're getting hit by the lasers, as you could tell, while flying around here. Alright, almost there. Alright, there we go. So, a little bit of a longer clear. I guess she still does need to be fully mastered, and this is only with a 20% damage leadership, so I suppose it could be better. We got some feathers here, not too bad. But overall, I'm really liking America Chavez. She is looking like a pretty strong character, and seems like she could do pretty well in PvP, especially when you get her to tier 2 for that immune to guard break. Because, like I said, that 5th skill, that iframe, is so long. That's really going to help, especially for like if you wanted to use her in timeline battle. If she's a recommended character, she'd probably be a good option there. But mainly going to be like Alliance Conquest is probably where most people are going to use her. But besides that, it looks like she should be able to handle World Boss just fine. She looks like she'll be a nice, easy clear for Shadowland floors as well, just because she has a lot of protection there. As you could see, once I started just doing the 5-3-1, she didn't get hit too often. I just got hit by those lasers kind of while I was using the 5th skill. But besides that, she was pretty safe during that. Some of the extra damage I took was when I did get guard broken and hit out of it. But like I said, once you get her tier 2, you shouldn't have to worry about that. So overall, if you can farm her, I would definitely recommend it, and she looks like a very strong candidate for tier 2, so look out for that video probably in the near future, because once I get her gears to 20, I do plan to tier 2 her, and of course I will do a video on that as well. But anyway, that's enough about America Chavez here. I hope you enjoyed the video, and of course I will catch you in the next one.